Okay, hi, Coach Katie. How are you?
Hi, Janice. I'm great. Thank you. It's fun to be here.
Oh, I'm so excited to be here with you today because I get to sit in the interviewer seat, which is usually the seat that you're sitting in.
Yes, I can't decide which side I like better. We'll see.
I will see. Well, I'm Janice Labor Fletcher, and I'm with Christian Coach Institute, president and founder. I'm here today to interview our featured coach of the month, Katie Pearson, who is also a member of our staff. So this is a special interview for me. Katie is usually the interviewer. For those of you who have tuned in over the past months, she interviews our featured coach of the month. And today she is our featured coach of the month. We love to highlight our coaches so that all of you can meet our coaches, get to know them, and really find out what amazing coaches there are out there available to you. So, Coach Katie, I would love for you to share with our viewers tell us a little bit about your journey of being called to coach.
Yes, looking back, I think I can see the coaching thread running throughout my life. Being an athlete, helping coach teams, coaching gymnasts, and then just really about 10 years ago, having a desire to officially become a life coach. And God called me into other things, but they were roles and responsibilities that further developed my skills in ministry, in mentoring and walking alongside women, that led me to the point where I knew it was time for me to take the step and get my coaching certification. Yeah.
Well, we are blessed that you chose Christian Coach Institute to join us and to trust us with your training. Curious about how you chose your niche. What is your coaching niche here, Coach Katie?
Yes, I primarily work with women in transition and leaders in particular. And I believe that every follower of Christ is called to lead in his or her area of influence. And throughout life, we go through transitions that can serve to develop us if we look at them as opportunities. And we're really intentional about moving through them with the Lord and with a desire to grow spiritually, personally, professionally, on every level.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I love that you said with the Lord, and I know that something I know and appreciate so much about you is that you have him first in all that you do. So women who coach with you, work with you are so blessed. As you were choosing your niche, I'm just curious, how did you choose it specifically?
Yes, that's interesting. I really believe my niche chose me. As I said, I've found myself being pulled into leadership roles throughout my life, roles that I wouldn't have chosen for myself, but I've always found that leadership comes naturally when I lead with my gifts and strengths. So being an introvert growing up, I didn't consider myself a leader. But I found over the years, as I've said yes to God's call on my life, and in particular, as I've gone through some very difficult transitions myself, that I have a passion for leadership because it gives me an opportunity to walk intimately alongside other women who are struggling to own their identity, to really understand God's calling on their life. And so being given those platforms has given me the opportunity to live out what I really believe I'm created to do. So it's not always easy, but there's nothing else I'd rather be doing. It truly, truly is a privilege. And coaching has enabled me to do it that much more intentionally. And I think even more important to me, more effectively, because I've been a lifelong teacher in many of my jobs, and it's also one of my spiritual gifts. But coaching has allowed me to really help those who I coach hear from the Lord and hear from their own hearts. And that I have realized is far more important.
Well, Katie, as you're talking about leadership, I can tell you those of us here at Christian Coach Institute and our students who also have an opportunity to experience you in the classroom really recognize you as a powerful leader and influencer.
Thank you.
We see that.
Thank you.
Yeah, each and every day.
Thank you. Mm-hmm.
I feel like there's people out there who either they're watching now or they're going to watch this recording and they want to know, all right, she's talking to me specifically and I want to get to know her. How can people find you and get to know more about you, Coach Katie?
Well, first, I want to get to know you too. So I have a website. It's benewlifestyle.com. So www.benewlifestyle.com. Or you can email me at katie@benewlifestyle.com.
Okay.
Great.
Okay, wonderful. You can also find Coach Katie on our coach directory. Find a coach directory at christiancoachinstitute.com. Katie has a profile over there. So again, it's benewlifecoaching. No, did I say
Lifestyle.
Lifestyle.com.
Yes.
benewlifestyle.com. benewlifestyle.com. Wonderful. Okay, we have some followers out there, so it's good to see you here. Hi, newbie. You're welcome. Welcome to see you, Sherry. We see Kristen out there, so it's great to have you here with us. We're just getting to know a little bit more about Coach Katie. If you were to choose a scripture for our audience that might be a favorite scripture of yours for some reason, something special about it, would you be willing to share that with us today?
Sure, I would love to. There's a scripture, Isaiah 43:19, that has been foundational in my personal life, but really more so in my career. Many, many years ago, I had a yoga studio that was called Be New, and it was marketplace ministry. Pastors were coming there, and we were really intentional about it being a ministry. And so when I started my coaching ministry, I called it Be New, to resurrect that idea of ministry out there in the world, wherever God called me. So my verse is from Isaiah, and I chose the Message version. It's on my website as well, and it's forget about what's happened. Don't keep going over old history. Be alert, be present. I'm about to do something brand new. Wow. And so to me, that says, God is all about change. And if we can look through the lens that God has given us to see change as an opportunity to grow closer to Him, closer to others, and closer to our calling, then we can truly live the abundant life that He's called us to. So be new.
How beautiful. And I know that there are people out there who just heard what you shared and they are wanting to know more. Is there anything else, Katie, that you would like to share?
I would just say if the Lord's putting something on your heart, keep listening. And I would love you to reach out to me if you are going through a difficult transition or a new season of your life, whether you've chosen it or that new season has chosen you, which is often the case. We all need support. So I would love to hear from you. And thank you, Janice, for having me on today. It's such a privilege and a blessing to be with Christian Coach Institute.
Well, I thank you so much. Again, I know that you usually sit in this seat and you do a beautiful job. You have big shoes to fill for me to step in and interview you. But what a pleasure and a blessing it has been for me. And I know for those viewers live and for those who will be watching the replay. So again, Coach Katie Pearson, benewlifestyle.com. Yeah. And also we are blessed because she is a member of our staff. And so she is just a beautifully blessed and gifted coach. So I hope all of you will check her out. Thank you all for being here. Yeah, it's great to see you. I see some of our coaches out there, Katie, from our classes and from our alumni. So God bless you. Thank you again. And I'll be seeing you in class and also over in our alumni. Thanks again, everybody. Again, Janice LaVore-Fletcher interviewing Coach Katie Pearson, a real woman of influence. Check her out at benewlifestyle.com. And you can also learn more about coaching for those of you who may feel you are called to coach. You can find us at christiancoachinstitute.com. God bless you.
Thank you. Bye, everybody. Thank you.